Alright, back for our battle for Manila. And we have a reaction force here for the Allies. Here you go, the Wasp and the, what Marine unit is that? It is the, don't say, it's a Marine Brigade. Maybe the second, we're not sure, but yeah, hands tied for the Allies who could have had an activation of 9, but with their inter-service rivalry, only able to react with 2 units. And here's the tail of the tape for the battle. Will be an intercept conditioned. The Japanese are throwing 51 factors. The 2 battleships and the carrier. Where's the carrier at? Oh, can't see. There's a big glare. There you go. Right there. Alright. This is for the air naval part of the battle. And this is key also for these units that are being brought in amphibiously. So if we lose this one, they don't even come on. Another thing is, we got a couple nice big old battleships pulled into the bay. The only thing really stopping them was the Asia with the 1 factor. Luckily, oh, we do have this unit here. Now we can do this with this unit. I didn't even think about that. Hold off here a second. Alright, it's a little bit more accurate. Whereas the Wasp can participate in the battle number 1 from afar. 2 hexes away. Yeah, there you go. So actually in the battle hex is right here. The Marines came on in. There you go. So we're at the air naval part of the battle. We will roll for an effectiveness die roll for the Japanese and the U.S. Navy, but the U.S. Navy only shoot 13 factors. Looking real good for the Japanese Navy. Be back. Alright, ready for procedures on this battle for Manila. And the key aspect of this battle is being to tie down 1 unit. Tying down all these units here. You can see here, Manila is a resource hex with the gray block and a national capitulation hex with the brown blocks, although we have 1 more hex yet to go. Actually, if we do get this hex, we only 2 hexes from the capitulation of Borneo and the Philippines, which would be a good accomplishment for the Japanese players. We're rolling now for an unmodified die roll for the, it's called the effectiveness die roll, combat effectiveness. How many of those 51 factors are they going to throw at the U.S. Navy? Looking for a high number for the Japanese. 4. Comes out to half. Ooh, rounded up. We'll be right back. Alright then, wipe out the 51. They only get to apply 26, but that still might be enough. We will see, we will see. Oh, definitely knocks him out. So he is done. Where will we go from there? We'll go over here. And we still have another 20-something factors. Hold on, let me figure this one out. Alright, now for us to be able to allocate hits to our carrier, we have to come down to this section of the rules here. To allocate hits for carriers that are not in the battle hex. There must be at least 1 friendly air carrier, light carrier, or I don't know what that CVE is. But there is. We meet that criteria by having our carrier here. So there you go. We can apply hits to this carrier. We'll be right back. Alright, so we have another 22 hits to apply. 12. Another 12, so let me see. That one will do it. I think the Wasp will get away with just being damaged. We'll be back. Yeah, we have 10 factors left dangling, and that will be too short to sink the Wasp. So there you go. That will be the result of the air naval battle. Oh, so the U.S. Navy now will fire 13. Now, it's not simultaneous. I don't reduce the factors being fired on an intercept. It's simultaneous, so they still get all their factors at the fire at the Japanese. We'll be right back. Alright, what pull strength? The US Navy had 13 factors. Big die roll, non-modified. For the US player. And not a big die roll, but we want to give him something. We want to hurt him somehow. 7. That'll be 1. So we'll be able to allocate 13 hits. Ooh. Ooh, allocate. Well, 13 won't hurt him. 13 won't hurt him. But it will reduce the old carrier. We do have a carrier in our attack to be able to allocate hex with, so I guess it'll look like this. That'll be all the allies can do, is to allocate hits there. 13 hits, they only have 1 dangling, so 1 won't take away anybody. So our ships survived. That means we can go on with our amphibious assault. Good news for the Japanese. We'll be back. Okay, for the ground battle, here we are. We will have Imperial Japanese Navy / Army with 54 factors right here. Alright. The Allies are answering with 30 factors of their own. Alright, I think the procedure for this battle is always simultaneous, so again, nobody gets to shoot at one person, or the other person's surviving factors fire back. Well, we'll check that out. But there are modifiers for headquarters and other modifiers. So we will switch now over to the ground combat table. Oh, determining the winner of the air-naval battle. We forgot to do that. Let me see, make sure that's right. Yeah, because we do that before we go into ground combat. Forgot all about that. We'll be back for some important aspect that we forgot. Be right back. Alright, then surviving battle numbers from the air-naval battle. And the Japanese, the offensive player, definitely won. When he does win, he gets to keep all of his units here. It doesn't say anything about the reaction players, naval units, or amphibious units being canceled. Huh. So we'll have to see here, but it just says the offensive player wins. Any offensive ground units remain in a battle hex. Reaction unit or ground active or inactive ground combat is conducted, which is true. Only one side, that side gains. It's not, that doesn't apply. There you go. You can read the rest for yourself. We'll be back with the ground combat part of the battle. Like I said, in the ground combat, 54 against 30. Way back. Alright then, out of our 54 factors for our effectiveness die roll, we get 2 for shore bombardment, because we are the only side with naval units in the hex. Now we would have gotten up another +3 for air superiority, unfortunately, for the Japanese. The Wasp survived, or else they would have got that one. Alright, now that 2 modifiers negated though by the mixed terrain. So we got a -2 modifier for terrain, so we'll be rolling with no modifiers. The Allies though will be rolling with a +3 die roll modifier for the presence of their HQ headquarters units. Definitely are elite and help in the battle. So there you go. No modifiers for the Japanese effectiveness die roll. They are going for 54. How many of those can they use? Oh, bounced out. 7 with now no modifiers. So 1.5. Wow. So they get 1.5. Oof, I gotta figure that out. Be right back. Wow, great roll for the Japanese. 1.5 rounded up is 81. Phew. Alright. Now for the Allies with a +3 on their die roll. They need a high die roll for sure. +3 on the die roll. 8. That'll be also 1.5. So out of their 30, I think we will get 45. We're back. Alright, then, correct. Japanese applying 81 hits. Allies answering with 45. We'll see what the results are here in a second. Alright, let's get this battle on. We have 81 hits for the Imperial Japanese Navy. They had a great effectiveness die roll and a good roll. Reduces all of these units here by 1, and it still leaves 37 factors left. We'll be right back. Alright, then 37 factors left. After the first rounds of hits, reduces everybody. And wouldn't you know it? Ooh. I think 12, 12, 5, and 8 equals 37. We'll be right back. Alright, lucky day for the Japanese. Fears are correct, and that is 37 factors. Effectively wiping out the Allies in Manila. We'll see here. Hold on. We're not done yet. All these units upside down. Oh, another thing on the board. Decided that if the units are out of supply or out of communication, they are upside down, which will apply to these two Japanese units. You can see on my board here, these two units here cannot get in touch with their headquarters. And pretty soon, if this headquarters is knocked out in this turn, catastrophic for the Allies. We'll see what happens. This is getting great. This is getting interesting. We have 45 hits to apply to Japanese. Right back. Alright. So those 45 hits will take him out. Oh, hold on a second. Let me do this group. Alright, we got it right now. Eliminated 12, reduced. And then when you're done with all that, it leaves 9 hits, which does not take anybody else out. So the result is 2 battleships left in the hex, a full-strength Army Corps, and 1 that is reduced. Manila falls to the Japanese. They gain a resource and a capitulation hex. But moreover, Southwest Pac headquarters gone. We'll have to see what happens with that, if we can relocate it or find out what the procedure is. But there you go. Done with the Battle of Manila. We'll be right back after we do some house cleaning. We got another battle to go with too. We'll be right back. Alright, the Japanese have landed and they are on the Philippines. We withdrew our carrier down here. There's a port down here. This last capitulation hex. So we reinforce that. We have a couple air units and I think a half-strength weak infantry unit. Unfortunately, we did have this unit activated for the Battle of Manila, but the inter-service rivalry kept them from going on in. So that inter-service rivalry definitely added to the capitulation of Manila. And now Manila will be switched from U.S. to Japanese control. Japanese also gain another resource. So there he's here for Japanese resources. Ooh, we now have 7. And they're 1 hex away from their capitulation of the Philippines. We will go on to our soak-off attack up here that kept all the units from participating. And these are the casualties. Ooh, U.S. Navy / Marines suffered a big one. Dutch units and some British Indian units also suffered, but Japanese, I think one of these was reduced anyway, but they did suffer an Army Corps and another half a corps. Put everything back, do some housekeeping, and we'll conclude the battle with our soak-off attack. We'll be right back. Another note real quick, these units with the dot cannot be rebuilt, so they're permanently out of the game. We'll be back. Alright then, back at Balikpapan. Yeah, I thought maybe it might have been something big in the works, but it was just a cruiser. And he will get a +2 to attack strength. So normally he would be a 7. Oh, we'll move him on up here to 9. I guess a 9 strength. Allies are firing back with 47 in an air naval. So now for the Japanese effectiveness die roll. I don't believe there'll be any modifiers. Ooh, let me pause this. We'll be right back. Alright, even though this is a soak-off attack, I guess we still have to roll on the intelligence die roll. So the Allies will be rolling. Ooh, die roll. Let me see here. Yeah, it'll be ooh, he came from right here. Yeah, he had to go through, definitely through, Allied zone of influence right there in that hex there. So he came from this hex where that area it is. So we will get a +2 on the modifier, no, -2 on the intelligence die roll. We gotta beat it 7 or less. 4, we get it. So the condition will be intercept, and we can bring more units in, but we don't need to. We don't need to bring anybody else in. It'll be right here. So it'll be intercept, which will be simultaneous. Both of us bringing our hits on in. All right. So now we will roll for the Allies. 9 factors with no die roll modifiers because it's intercept. 7. On this one, it's just 1, so we get to apply 9 hits. Let's see what we got going on here. 8. I guess that'll. Ooh. Oh, no. Okay, I'm wrong here. Just rolled for it. It's getting late. Allies. 47 hits. And we rolled a 7, so that is 1, so we get to destroy this thing here. He's gone. Alright, now for the Japanese roll. Yeah, we're getting it right. We got it right here. Japanese roll of a 7. That means it's a 1. They have to apply 9 hits. That will. Oh, they did some damage. But that's about it. So the result of the soak-off attack was the old Ogami sacrificed for the Emperor. Ain't got a hit out of it. But there you go. That'll be the end of the combat for Manila and for the Japanese card play. We'll be back and we'll call it a video. Be right back. Alright then, great turn for the Japanese and their objectives of eliminating Allied headquarters. Headquarters will return to play on the next turn. But yeah, that cuts off a lot of units. Let's just see what goes on with that. That is a major victory. They are 1 hex away from the capitulation of the Philippines. And hanging on to this hex here, Balikpapan and Borneo, is pretty strong. It's almost the bulk of the Allied forces are right here. That's all the way here and here, where the Allies are strongest. We'll see what they can do with it. We're calling it a video. It will go on the first card play for the Allies on turn 4, but a lot happened. It was make or break because Japanese have got no more shipping points left. They went all in, and definitely was worth it. We'll be back. More Empire of the Sun.